Hello everybody, we are coming to you from Disney Springs today here at Walt Disney World, where we won tickets to go see Agatha All Along with the D23 events. So today they're going to show us the first two episodes. I'm going to go take a look at them, watch them, and let you guys know what I think about it. So follow along, we will see you guys after the show. Oh yeah, look, we got free posters. And the movie's paused. Hello everyone, we are back. I did just get back from watching the very first two episodes of Agatha All Along, the brand new Marvel series. Now, I will be going into spoilers in a little bit, however, I will give you a heads up on when that is. Before we get into that though, I do want to give a little overall feeling of my thoughts on the show. Overall, I really enjoyed it. It does start off a little bit slow, but at the same time, it does pick up without giving any spoilers away. But my recommendation to you is before you go and watch this series, I highly recommend going back and watching probably the last two episodes of WandaVision, because WandaVision is the starting point for this entire series. Now, if you remember at the end of WandaVision, we do have it so Wanda is putting the character of Agatha back into kind of like that TV mindset, and that's where this entire series is going to take place. Now, let's go into a little bit of spoilers here. So if you don't want to have any spoilers before this series debuts later on today, cut off now. But if you are sticking around for that part, like I said, the series will be debuting today, later on today at 6 o'clock Eastern Time. So make sure you check it out, because when we start off with this new series, we are going to have it so we are still following the story of Agatha, and she is still in that mindset of being a TV character. So much like how WandaVision went through and it had it so the entire, it was every single episode was kind of like a different decade. So it was like the 50s, 60s, 70s, etc., etc., etc. We have that same feel of the very first episode until Agatha starts to figure some things out. And as soon as she begins to start figuring things out, then the entire storyline of Agatha switches course, and it switches course in such a fun way. So again, we're going to some spoilers here, so just, sit back, relax, and enjoy. But we do have it so, if you remember in WandaVision, we are in the town of Westview. We are once again in the town of Westview in this storyline, but a lot of the characters that we have seen in Westview in WandaVision, they are still sticking around right now. However, this time around, we are 3 years into the future, and Agatha has been stuck in this mindset of being a TV character for the last 3 years, while everyone else around her is not in that mindset. So it's kind of fun going through and remembering how WandaVision went through and had it so all these characters were all in the same storyline, or all the same decades, and they were all being controlled by Wanda. This time around, however, it's kind of interesting because you see everyone else is not in that mindset, and she is completely in that mindset. We just had some technical difficulties. I hope we're back. But the first episode focuses around a true crime drama where we have it so Agatha feels like she actually is a detective who's going through, and because she's in that mindset and everyone else is not in that mindset, she actually ends up kidnapping someone, and that kidnapper goes through and helps break her out of the mindset of being under the spell that was put down by Wanda, or the Scarlet Witch, or whatever you want to call her. Elizabeth Olsen, that's what some of us call her too. So that kind of ends the first episode and leads us to the second episode, where the second episode we have Aubrey Plaza's character. And also, by the way, I'm a huge Parks and Rec fan, so it's really cool to see Catherine Hahn and Aubrey Plaza back together again. I just thought it was cool. That's a complete side note. But we have Aubrey Plaza's character, who is another witch, and she is coming after her to destroy her with her coven. And the only way that Agatha can go through and completely, counterbalance this is by creating her own coven as well, to go onto this dark road. So she has to come up with a coven, and the entire second episode is pretty much her gathering different members of this coven. And it is so great because some of the characters are true witches, and then other characters like Deborah Jo Rupp, is that her name? I want to say the mom from That 70s Show. If you remember, she was in WandaVision as kind of like the quirky neighbor. She is back in this one as well. She's not a witch, but she is brought into the witch activity, and hands down, without a doubt, my favorite character in the series so far, because it is so funny watching all of them kind of have like this more dramatic role, and we're witches and we need to do this stuff and blah blah blah, and then you just throw this completely quirky character into it, and overall it's a great balance of kind of spooky and really funny. So I'm really excited to see what's going to happen in the future. One of the things that's like obvious to me, at least, was they are looking for someone with a black heart is going to be part of the thing. That's how they end up with that character, because she says, oh yeah, her name was Mrs. Hart, that's her. But earlier in the episode, Aubrey Plaza says, I have a black heart, so positive that she was supposed to be taking her and not the other, but completely besides the point. There's also a teenager who is in this series. We don't know anything about him, which is really exciting. It's actually a very like big mystery that's going on throughout the first 2 episodes, because every time he starts to speak, no one can hear anything. So it's kind of like there's a curse going on. We were talking after we watched the episode. Some of us think that it might be Agatha's son. Other things are thinking maybe it's someone completely different son. But we don't really know exactly who this character is. But I kind of feel like the most logical thing for them to do is for her to find out that it is her son, and at the end she has to make a sacrifice of a child. So then it comes down to, well, to get my powers back I have to sacrifice a child, but the only child I have here is this kid who's actually my son, and blah 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 blah. I don't know, we're episodes and episodes and episodes away from that, so I could be 100% wrong, I could be 100% right, I have no idea. But overall, I do know that I'm extremely excited for the rest of the series. I was not sure what to expect going in. I really loved WandaVision. I think WandaVision is one of the best Marvel projects that Marvel's ever done. So going from WandaVision to this, I was like, I don't know how they're going to do it, because I think Agatha is a great character, but at the same time, is she a good enough character to carry an entire show? And after 2 episodes, I think yes, 100% she is. So that is my overall little review of the first 2 episodes. Like I said, we are going to have it so this series will be coming to Disney Plus later on this evening. So make sure you go check it out, because I recommend it. I think it's a great show. Let me know in the comments though. Are you going to watch the series? If you have watched the first episode or the first 2 episodes, let me know what you think. Do you agree with my theories on who these people are going to be, or what the overall plot lines are going to be? Or just let me know in the comments what you hope to see in this series. As always, if you're not already subscribed, make sure you subscribe. We will see you once again tomorrow. Oh yeah.